Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Jeff.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Just finished a coffee meeting, so I've got to run get some gas. I'll be on mobile for a while and then I'll join again and I get back to my home office.
Sounds good.
How are you
How's your coffee?
today?
I'm good. I'm good.
Did
How's
you
it?
buy a Mac last weekend?
I haven't, but I'm going to. So,
Okay. I'm
I,
your accountability partner to
I,
make sure
I,
you
did-
do.
I did go in, and my computer is on its way to
The grave?
PC heaven, and so I need to buy a new one. I just didn't do it the other day, so I will. I got to get it done. So I'm still on my
Was
laptop, but yes, I am switching over. I think I'm going to. All these guys are trying to talk me into. I need to switch over to Apple. I don't know, Deborah, Danelle. I don't know what you guys think, but no, Danelle's shaking her head no. So anyway, I'm gonna head that direction, I'm sure. So good morning, everybody. Hello, Chrissy. Chrissy, where are you at in Florida? Unmute yourself for a minute.
Yeah, I'm in Gainesville, Florida, so
You
north
in Gaines?
central Florida.
And Danelle, you're nowhere near Gainesville, or are you anywhere near Gainesville? Danelle's new with us, brand new. Everybody, welcome
Yeah,
Danelle. She's brand new here.
I had to click on. I'm in Ocala, Florida.
Oh,
Okay. Chrissy's in Gainesville. Okay.
Good. We're not far from each other.
yes, we're gonna hook up. Let's get some lunch.
You should hook up, connect.
Love
That'd be
it.
definitely. And I forget, Deborah, you are in tell me Georgia. Am I right? No. Yes, Georgia. I was right. Okay.
Yes, I'm Atlanta.
Trying to keep track of everybody here. Okay. Good deal. And is it Nima? Nema? How's the best way to say your name? How do you say your name?
Red Fox.
Red Fox. Just call you Red.
Yeah.
That's easier. It's Los Angeles, other side of the country. So Tina, good morning.
Good morning.
Orange Beach. At the beach. I wish I was at the beach. We're gonna hit 100 today here in Colorado.
Well,
So
it's kind of dreary here in Orange Beach, but I'm right here on the Florida line, so I go from Orange Beach to Pensacola back and forth all day long.
okay. There you go. Good deal. Did that couple ever get a hold of you or no? Okay. I have a feeling I know because and again, my wife and we've been so busy, whatever. And so she didn't know that we had somebody down there and she had worked with somebody down there on another deal. So she called her up and I think they got connected. And so anyway, I tried Tina.
Well, when they don't sell it, they can call me.
There you go. I was trying to do a referral for Tina over there in Pensacola. So anyway, good morning, everybody. Turn on your cameras if you can. If you're not able to, it's all good. Jennifer, Yentl, Kathy's on. Kathy's on. Oh, eating her breakfast. That's why she had her camera off. Got a mouthful of food. That's okay. That's all right. So anyway, it's good to see everybody. If you're new to this, I know Danelle. This is this the first time you've been to our Wednesday Mastermind? I think so, yeah. So we do this every Wednesday, and honestly, just there'll be more and more people coming in. Sometimes we have 10 people on here, sometimes we'll have 25 people on here. It varies every time, but it's really just for you guys, like, what do you guys want to talk about? What all is going on in your world that we can help with? It might be sometimes we end up talking about, we never know where we're going. Sometimes we end up talking about the training from yesterday, the Tuesday training. Sometimes it's a specific question about a deal that you're working on or something you're building in a funnel or YouTube or a marketing piece or an inspection issue that you're trying to figure out on a deal and you need help with. I know last week, Leanne was on here. She's in Mississippi. 2 weeks ago, she was here and she was having trouble with the listing, not getting as many showings, needing an offer, whatever. And we looked at all her pictures and we gave her some direction on the pictures. And she redid the pictures and got it under contract last week and came in and shared with us like how, so that was kind of cool to see. So it's just good getting everybody together. What can we help you with? And who wants to talk about what? So it's your hour, guys. We can, however you guys want to take it. And who's got something going on that you want to bring up or discuss or need some input on or just anything about the market, your market, a listing, a deal, marketing, anything.
I will say that I was happy to hear the positive comments about open houses yesterday. For a few years, maybe not that long, but I think as you got to a certain level, you kind of shied away from open houses because it
Totally.
was almost like that's what new people do. But no, I don't. I hold open houses immediately when I get a listing, and I'm very, very positive on open houses.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten the buyers on an open house. And when I was new, I would do open houses for other people. So now I offer my mentees that opportunity to do that. And I think it's very valuable. So just
Yeah.
to reiterate, that was what our, kind of some of the discussion yesterday, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's
It
kind
was
of
good.
old school, but very
It is.
important. And
It,
I'll give you an example before I
sure.
shut up. And it is that I have a complex where I just listed the eighth condo. So there's 8 condos on the market now.
Right.
Mine's not the lowest price. It does have the best view. It is checks a lot of boxes, but not one of those folks has had an open house. Not one of those agents. Every single one of those are listed by another agent. Now I sold the last one in the complex,
Mhm.
and I sold it by holding open houses. And long story short, I don't understand why they don't do open houses. And I also go tour all the other properties that are surrounding my property. Now, condos are unique because you definitely want to go tour the ones that are listed. But it's a large percentage of the properties are listed for sale. There's really no reason, other than I think agents reached out to these sellers or these owners and said, "Hey, a condo just sold in this complex and it sold at a very high valuation, the highest ever. Do you want to list yours?" And
Yeah.
they said yes. So, from what I can tell, that's how all these got on the market. Not any driving reason. There's no special assessment, no nothing. Well priced, well positioned, but then they don't do anything. They just list it and wait for somebody to come.
Yeah.
And the opportunity is just tremendous. So I hope you
Yeah.
guys that are on are also having success with open houses. And if you're new, go volunteer to do open houses.
Yeah. For sure. And I get what I'm exactly where you are with that. Like how that's for the new agents. Like I don't want to do it, you know? There's also, I don't know if there's an ego thing there. I mean, part of me just doesn't want to do them.
I have no problem doing them. No
Yeah,
problem.
I
I
hear
mean,
you. Well, and
hook
again,
me up.
I know Jennifer doesn't have her camera on and she's probably busy with stuff, but we had her on here yesterday because she's done so well with it. She's having a good time with them. But and I love that approach. And I don't know for those of you who weren't on yesterday or if you missed Brian Ellington's training a couple weeks ago, you definitely want to go into EXP University and check out that open house training. Because again, there's I mean, again, you're getting fresh ideas from agents that have just, again, there's the traditional open house, which that's for me where I just like, go sit in somebody else's living room for 3 hours on a Saturday afternoon and 4 or 5 people come through, and I'd much rather just be home sitting on my deck. I mean, that's, whatever. I mean, I'm just being honest. But to
But
do
use
it,
it to your advantage. Use it to your advantage. We create like the one I'm
yeah,
going to do this Saturday. I got one of my mentees. I said, "Hey, you want to do an open house? I just got a listing." She's like, "Yeah, I'm in." And so I do presented by, hosted by, great ad, blasted everywhere, every group on social media. I mean, I'm in the the summer vacation capital of Alabama. So we
mhm,
just blast, blast, blast. Well, if nobody came to the open house, thousands of people saw that blast. So
yeah,
just use it to your advantage. You got to have a reason to be out there,
yeah,
and do something funny, do something, to get their attention, but
right.
use it to your advantage.
Are
Well, and
you
again,
in
like,
Gulf Shores, Tina,
okay,
too?
Yeah, I go from the tip of Gulf Shores into Foley, kind of if you drew your rectangle, then over to Florida, and that encompasses the Cantonment, Pensacola area, and then I have a, a sponsored agent that is I'm gonna call her my partner, and um, she handles Gulf Breeze and Navarre. So we have a pretty good stretch now that we're working, and love it. It keeps it. I'm hyperactive at best. If I was 10 years old, the doctor would be telling you that I was hyperactive. And so I need to be doing stuff all the time.
Hmm.
Is there, can I ask, is there a better way right now when you do open house besides the signage? Because honestly, that's the one I don't like the best. I would like to do the open house, but what would be the most effective without risking yourself, putting all those signs and then cars, and it's sometimes you lose your signs, you don't know where you put it.
Yeah,
Uh,
you just gotta take a chance. I have a 25-foot flag that says open house, and then I have some smaller ones, and I I pull off on the side of the road, and my flags have my picture on them, my signs have my picture on them. I throw myself out there. I think that's a great benefit to you. You're
Yeah.
getting exposure. People will say, "I saw your signs." Who knows if they're in the market or not, but they saw my signs. You don't always get the opportunity to leave signs out in some locations, like in Orange Beach. They'll tell you that you can't put signs and flags
Yeah.
out on the beach, but you can on Friday night, and you leave them all day Saturday and Sunday, and then you take them back down on Sunday night. And then when the city opens back up on Monday, your signs are gone. There is rules that you can't leave them up. Just go back and get them. I've only had them pick up one sign or two over the years, and it was really because I left it up too long. I left it in a spot that I thought they weren't paying attention. And then they came and took it, and my husband went and bribed them to give it back to him because they're expensive. But I love the flags. When I do a condo, I put a banner out. Again, I'm there for 3 or 4 hours, or, my folks are there for 3 or 4 hours, and they put, the banner out. And then when they leave, they take the banner down. So, you don't give the HOA time to get mad at you. And, sometimes I'll do open houses where I know it's a little difficult to get to the complex or into the condominiums. And so I'll post my number and have them call me. But I do recommend that you ask for photo IDs when you do that. If you got someone that you're meeting at the gate and bringing them in, to your open house. But I put a lot of effort into it, but I think I get a lot out of it.
I
So,
want to I want to show you guys something because I got a friend here. Her and her husband, they live here in town. He's actually an agent here, and they're getting ready to move to Florida, and they're down there right now. And they went to an open house on Saturday. Look. Look at this. What this agent did. I don't know if you can see this right here, but
No, that's awesome.
but it's one of those. Just, it blows up. She put her picture. This is her face.
That's awesome.
That's so
You know,
cute.
and it just sits out front of the sign. It's probably $100 or something. But I'm like, oh, that's kind of
Oh, look, he's
Oh yeah, I
posting
like
and he's
that.
posting on social media himself. Like what a
yeah,
what publicity that
Oh,
is for
that's so
that realtor.
funny.
yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway, it just made me
I
laugh when I
love it.
saw.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Mhm.
Mary, I'm going to go back to what you had asked. Like, signs, in my opinion, are one of, if not the most important thing in your open house and drawing traffic in. And if you don't want to do it, hire a college student in your area or a high school student that drives. I am
Mm.
100% sure you can find somebody to do that, pay them 30, 40, $50 to go put, 15 signs out because you want it from every directions. And the more signs, the better.
That's what I heard.
And
Yeah.
so I think if you do an open house and do social media and all the other kinds of ways that we market in addition, I
Mhm.
think you're missing a huge marketing piece when it comes to open houses. So unfortunately, if you're the one doing it or which usually, I've never hired anybody, but I hear what you're saying. But I've gotten my husband to do it a few times, so he'll do it.
Oh,
Maybe get your
yeah.
husband out there if you're married. But
Yeah.
but a lot of
Yeah,
people
we
I
do
know, they'll
together.
hire, like they literally just hire a high school kid. And probably, if I'd cared about doing that, then that's exactly what I would do. I mean, it just didn't usually ever bother me to stick them out for myself. But anyway, and then
Listen,
I
I
always
almost got
like,
ran over Saturday.
yeah, you got to be careful. I mean,
I
people are
I
crazy.
stuck,
know.
I came back the backside of my car. I had two signs in my hand. And this neighborhood is usually so quiet, it didn't even dawn on me to pop my head on the other side of the vehicle to see if something's
Oh
going. This
my.
guy is freaking. I said, I nearly hit you. And I'm like going, just keep moving, just keep moving. I got to get these signs.
Oh my word.
I
So I will
know.
be more careful, but I'm right
Don't
with
be
you, Mary.
jumping out in front of cars, Lydia. Now that's
I know. Well, it's a way to get attention, girl. What can I
there
say?
you
With an
go.
open house sign in my
It's like, oh my God, that guy's telling everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just
Mhm.
again, I think it's
Oh,
just
I
critical for open
I
houses.
seriously thought it's like, why is there not a business out here who all they do? Because I know that some of
I think there are.
the compasses of the world, they have people that go do those kind of things for them. But I'm to
I
that
think
point, it's like, why doesn't somebody start a business in this town where all they do is hire a bunch of high schoolers or college age kids on the weekends to go out and put these signs up? Because basically, you're out there, you're schlucking, you got your heels on, you're dressed, it's hot, it's
Yeah.
sweaty. It's like, I don't want to do this. And at the end of the day, after standing for 3 hours in heels, I really don't want to do it. But if I don't, they'll disappear. So there
Yeah.
you go. And then you schluck it back out the next day.
Real quick, Jennifer, because I know you're doing 4 on Saturday and 4 on Sunday, 1 hour each, and the other agents are putting out the signs for you, right? Because they're not your listings. You have agents out there that are getting the signs up before you even get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So I'm fortunate. There's Tara Allen Edge team. She came on one of our meetings
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. So I do some open houses for them. They have somebody on staff that they pay to go put signs out. So if I do open houses for that agency, they'll put all the directionals and the riders on. Some of the other ones I do myself too. It just really depends. But when I place my signs, I strategically place them so that, like, as I'm leaving, I don't have to like cross streets. I can just pull over the side of the street and quick run and grab them.
Yeah.
So
How
some
many
of
do
it's
you
just
put out?
strategically thinking about where you're going to place your signs, like how easy is it going to be to pick these signs up on my way out. Another thing too, when you're talking about like the costs of signs, I bought a ton of the corrugated ones that are on the little metal brackets. And at high traffic areas, those are the ones that I put out at those locations. And then I usually only put my nice like A-frame directionals either in front of the house or like within a block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many do you usually put, Jennifer? How many signs?
So I was out putting a few signs out this morning for some, and some houses it could be 4, 5. It really kind of depends on where it's located and how far it's off of like a main arterial road.
Right.
If there's lots of turns, I could have 7 or 8 of them, but I'd say on an average, I probably put out 4.
And for those of you who weren't on yesterday, I mean, again, that recording will be up, but Jennifer shared about kind of what's going on. I mean, and we've had her share multiple times. I'm inspired by her story, but she did 30 open houses in 30 days. And again, they're 1 hour each.
Yep.
And so like, that's how you do 8 in a weekend, 4 on Saturday and 4 on Sunday. You're at and that for me, I kind of get excited about that idea, to be honest. I mean, 1 hour in one house, it's like it comes and it goes, and you're going live on social media while you're there, and you're filming a video while you're there for your YouTube. And next thing you know, it's time to leave, and go on to the next house. And you're just creating so much energy, I think, with all that 4, 5, 6 hours goes by like that. And and you're done. And it's not just sitting in that one house for 3 hours, which can just get like, oh my gosh. I mean, that's where I tend to go. And
that's the big thing for me is if I feel like It's not monotonous. It's always moving. I'm doing something for that hour. Even if nobody shows up, I'm still getting the online social. I'm getting out there. Um, and then like I've just found I've sat in open houses over an hour and it seems like I don't have any more traffic.
Yeah. Well, and again, like, going live on social media 4 times on a Saturday and 4 times on a Sunday, Facebook Live. I mean, you're creating so
Yep.
much buzz right there. Even you said that one lady just, you're the one, they see you all the time on Facebook, and that's why they're hiring you and working with you, and then you're out picking up signs and somebody stopped you while you were out picking up a sign and asked, hey, are you a realtor? Yeah, we're actually moving here from somewhere, and, whatever. Now you're working with them while you were picking up your sign, being
Yep.
out there, and you got 2 under contract right now from your new construction funnel, which is great. Doing $5 a day or less on your ads. There's just, the activity will just, it just works. There's that activity going and that consistency with this. I mean, because you did 30 open houses in 30 days and you're still doing them. I mean, you're still going. You're still
Yeah, I still have 6 this weekend.
Yeah. And so the energy around that, there's no wonder why you've got, whatever, a listing and you've had 2 closings and you got 2 more under contract or whatever it is. And it's just, you're having a great summer and you're off to a great start because you're a brand new realtor, I mean, so it's that kind of stuff. And I think so many of us, I just don't want to do that. So we get caught up doing other just things. It's really easy to be busy in this business and
That's right.
not do anything that's in terms of just
Yes,
really making the phone
100%.
rings or the phones ring and pick up more clients. I mean, it's easy I can sit here work on my website all day today. That's great, but is that really helping me right now in terms of getting buyer agency agreements signed or getting more listings appointments set up? I need to be talking to people. I need to be on the phone. I need to be that website stuff. Let me do that tonight at 10 o'clock. I mean, let me do
That's
that.
the biggest downfall for agents, I
Yeah.
think, is we are busy being busy, but
Yeah.
not on the money making activities. And so if you're not getting the business like Jennifer's doing with her open houses, and there's a lot of ways to do business, but it's like if you don't already, track your activities that you do every day, all day for 2 weeks, and then look back and see which ones of those were actually forward moving money making activities that I did, and your calendar and your activities won't lie to you.
Yeah. I put in the chat. That's a good sign right there to use for open houses, something like that. Brent Gove does one that's yellow. That one there, of course, is blue, but something along that line will draw people in just to get that list of homes. Something there, just kind of a call to action on your sign, other than just an open house with an arrow. And then I did put the link in there again to, EXP University, which, again, Brian Ellington 2 weeks ago, that recording, when he broke that part down about the open house training, there's the link to just register for it. The next one's coming up the 23rd, next Tuesday is the next open house mastery that they're doing. And again, 8 agents that just have crushed their businesses with open houses. And just, if anything, it gives you ideas. You can implement or apply different things, I mean, with that, and come up with just some new ways to do things, new marketing ways to do it, new ideas. Kind of, again, I love the 1 hour thing, and doing multiple ones, over a weekend or even like during the week. I mean, I know, listen to that interview with Payson Robertson, who did 100 in 100 days. Again, young guy, single. I mean, whatever, whole different phase of life than most of us. But, I mean, he's got all the time in the world, but he put 16 under contract. And I mean, it's like, holy cow. Like, I mean, just
that's incredible.
Exploded his business. So now he's got a team of 10 agents, and their goal was to do 1,000 open houses in 100 days. They did like 862, something like that. They've got so much business they can't see straight right now. I mean, he's out there in Indio, California, is where Payson is.
Yeah. Hey, I missed Jennifer's function yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I was surviving yesterday. But Jennifer, are you just strictly doing EXP people or anybody for open houses?
I'm strictly doing EXP.
Yeah, we just don't have that depth here in Southern California, because I can go on and look for listings, and there are some listings out there, but I don't want to hold an open house for a listing that's been sitting for 40 days, 50 days, and hasn't had a price change or anything like that. It's like, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste an hour, and I sure as hell am not going to put up signs because
I'm getting picky. I am. I'll host an open house at a house a week or two, and if they're completely dead, they're not making any movement changes, I'll stray away from retaking those ones. So, but I am fortunate that within my area that we do have a number of EXP agents. So I have, I have a pool of like 10 different agents that I can request open houses for.
Cool.
And I have one that I've kind of made a verbal agreement with them that, like, if I am the exclusive agent that can do the open houses besides him, and not be co-listed as an agent, that like I'll walk neighborhoods and distribute flyers and do some of those added things, that you can find those items in the open house playbook that you can get from EXP University. So yeah, it's you do have to be picky, because I have sat through a lot of really empty open houses, but I could do a day where I have 5 open houses and 4 of them are completely dead, and that 5th one, like 4 groups come through, and I collect the information of 3 of them.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I know. I just did an open house on my latest listing here, and actually, it's my son's house condo, and I'm on it. And Saturday, we had 7 groups through in 3 hours, and they all, a lot of them just stayed. And I'm like going, oh my God, I don't even have time to talk to all these people. Then Sunday, it was quieter. I only had about 3 people through. And so this weekend, and I've got people in the works, wanting to write an offer, going through one of the mortgage groups to get because I said I'd do some, a 1-1 buy down. And so they're working on that. I've got a couple working on that, and we'll see what happens. But then I tell you what, I'm going to turn around this weekend and I will just do Saturday for 2 hours and then Sunday I won't do it because there's a Scottish heritage thing going on, and I want to go do that. And it's like, I'm not sitting like Jeff. I said, I'm not sitting. I can go down there, wear my EXP badge and my Scottish Rite crap, not Scottish Rite crap, but my Scottish heritage stuff. And I can go down and have a good time and talk to people and shake hands and, watch Scottish dancing and all sorts of fun stuff and have a beer and then go home.
Yeah,
Which is
that's truly valuable
than
too.
an empty open house.
Yeah.
Just remember, you get out of it what you put into it. And the more, if you're going to plan an open house and you're going to post it on the MLS and you're going to post it on all the various sites in your area. We have all kinds of open house sites in our areas. And if you're going to put out all those signs and do flyers and whatnot, and do something to make sure that people remember you as well. Sometimes it's a little easier to give them a little trinket that's got your card with it than ask for information, or to ask them to scan a barcode, so you can capture their information. But I feel like if I've planned one for Saturday, I'm going to milk it for all I can. And so there's another kind of thought process. And that's what I'm teaching these mentees that I have here to do. And I tend to do mostly, if not all, my own open houses, but my mentees will ask, about other open houses, and they tend to do mostly EXP.
Yeah. Here's another thought, guys. If you have a listing, let's say you have a listing in an area, whatever, and find the other listings in that area and call those listing agents and just put it out there like, hey, I'm planning on doing an open house this Saturday. If you want to do one too, we could kind of feed off each other in terms of marketing and that kind of stuff. Like, I'll do my own marketing, you do yours. Here's one, and here's where I'm getting this. And my wife had a listing here. This has probably been 3 or 4 Saturdays ago now, and she decided it was like a Thursday and she wanted to go do an open house over there, and they needed to get it sold fairly quickly. And so I ended up going with her because I didn't want her going by herself, and she didn't have a lender or another agent to go. It was last minute. And we got lucky, honestly, that day. There were like 4 or 5 open houses going on in that neighborhood. And so there was actually, people seeing the signs. And so we had a couple come through our listing that had not seen our ads or anything, but they were at another open house. They saw the signs, came down to check out this one. We're in the neighborhood. Why not? And they actually ended up coming back with their agent to that house and wrote an offer. We're under contract closing here in July. And they came because they came to another open house, but saw our signs and popped in ours. And so that is just another thought, if you have a house in an area like that, to call around, find some other listings, let them know, hey, are you guys planning any open houses? I'm thinking about doing one on Saturday, the whatever. What if we all did one, whatever, we could all, you do your marketing, I'll do my marketing, but they'll see your signs, my signs, whatever. We'll just, we can feed off each other a little bit. Let's help each other. And they don't have to be with EXP. Like none of these were with EXP, the other listings, but that's just a thought and an idea maybe. So anyway, something to put out there. We benefited from all those other listings in that neighborhood that day. So, who else has something? Get off the
I missed a mention about a Scottish festival, and as a Scot, I'm curious as to where that is.
Okay, so where are you from? Who's talking?
New Haven, Connecticut.
Oh, this is in San Diego. Sorry.
It's a long way.
It's a long haul. But Memorial Day weekend, there's usually a big one in Orange County, which is just the next county north of San Diego. And then this one, last year we weren't able to do one because the park that the school that they'd had it on before and the grounds and everything, it was just cost prohibitive. Their rates went up so high. And so we are at the new river park that was created when they tore down the old Qualcomm Stadium where the Chargers used to play. They built a smaller stadium for the San Diego University, SDSU, and now there's a beautiful park down by the river. And it's not full of homeless people. Yay. So
well,
so, yeah.
I'd like your advice. Last weekend I went to a Polish festival here in Connecticut, in the center of Connecticut. It's the second largest Polish population.
Well, that
next to
sounds
Warsaw.
fun. The food should be
Next to
great.
Warsaw in Chicago. But
I'm gonna reel it back in.
I'm actually wondering how you broadcast your EAPness at this Scottish festival, because I should have done that at the Polish festival.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I've got a black T-shirt and my name tag is black and gold, so it stands out pretty good with some white on it. And well, Jeff knows I'll talk to a rock, guys. So I talk to everybody and I just introduce myself. We're standing in line trying to check out, and I'll say, hey, what do you do? How do you, what's your last name?
Yep.
Blah, 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 and just work my way through it. If I don't recognize the tartan, I just ask. When in doubt, ask,
One of the things, and because it's got me thinking, I've got, sorry, I'm grabbing this because I purposely put this shirt on today because when I'm done here, I've got a lot of stuff to do on the computer today, and I'm going to a coffee shop. And every time I go to the coffee shop, I tend to wear my EXP shirt. I've got these stickers on the back of my computer right here on the laptop when I open it up.
I like that.
Whatever. Well, and I'll just tell you, this has probably been a couple months ago, but there was a guy that came up to me on a Saturday morning. Excuse me, you're a realtor, right? And I'm in there all the time, so you get to know these different people and whatever. And sure, he's like, "Can I talk to you real quick?" Sure. And he sits down and we talk for 20 minutes. Single dad going through a divorce, getting ready to buy. And my wife is actually working with him right now. Showed him homes last weekend. He's looking up to like 650, and whatever. And that happened because I was out at the coffee shop.
Where'd you get the EXP stickers?
That's awesome.
I got the EXP stickers at EXPCon last year.
There's no mail place we can order them from?
And you can order them. I think you can order all that stuff online. If you go to the marketing center, the EXP Marketing Branding Center, whatever it is,
cool.
There's a whole store on there with mugs and shirts and hats and flags and open house, all of the stuff. It's, you name it. Sweatshirts and swimsuits and beach towels. And there's, you name it, more stuff than you'll ever even want. But I know Kathy has like on the back, you got a skin made for the back of your laptop, right?
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like a billboard for.
Yeah, it is. It does look like a little. It
You
does look
know,
like a
like if you're
billboard.
sitting out and about, like whatever, you'll have people come up and ask you questions at times. That will happen. So anyway,
All right, folks, I'm eager to share with you. I have to go in a minute because I'm helping my aging friend Barbara set up her lawnmower. But before I do, I just wanted to let you know that this is my 11th month with EXP, and I'm entering my first home seller's contract with EXP. I'm excited about it.
there you go.
Wish me luck. For more to come.
Cool.
Congrats.
Things are
Good
rolling.
for you. That's awesome. Man. Keep it going.
Yeah,
Way to
Cool.
things are
go.
great.
Good stuff, Jeff.
All right, enjoy your
Congratulations.
week. Take care,
Okay,
everybody.
you too.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
cool. Janelle, anything? I know you're in the process of like overwhelmed setting up like all this EXP in the last couple of weeks, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my head's spinning because I'm getting bombarded by emails and all this Freedom Team stuff and going out to shoot videos for your funnel, and you got all kinds of stuff you're doing. How are you doing? How's everything going so far? You doing okay with everything?
Yeah, I am.
Good.
I don't have a
Great.
lot to say, but I do
Totally good.
appreciate you and Eric, being there. And I'm starting to figure out what goes with what and where do I go for this and where do I go for that.
Yeah.
So,
New systems, new tools, and you'll figure out where you're going. But don't hesitate to reach out and come here on Wednesdays. We never know. You'll pick up ideas. And Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you'll just pick up ideas and nuggets and things, So definitely.
well, I do like the idea of focusing on one avenue instead of having a bunch of different things at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the videos and the funnel thing.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
It's working well.
Does anybody else here have any funnel experience that they could talk about?
Tim does. Kathy does. Let's see. Jennifer has her new construction funnel going. She's got 2 under contract right now.
Okay. Could they have something to say for advice?
Tim, you got Tim's. I just followed Tim. So Tim, you Tim, no, seriously, Tim is an expert in all of it as well. I mean, he really is. So,
Gosh, that's a loaded question. Advice. What is there? Can you narrow down what you're looking for? Because I could take that about 8 different directions.
Okay. Well, if I'm doing the funnels, I would like to go either first-time home buyers or new builds. I like, especially the new builds, the new construction. I do like that. But I did want to tell you, Tim, I wanted to tell you something. I talked to Eric Golden yesterday afternoon, and I was telling him about what you said about like 500 stamps a month. And he's like, well, that's not much. And I'm like, well, price of stamps went way up, and he didn't believe me. And he sounded so shocked that they're like, what, 78 cents now? Like it really surprised him. So yeah. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, based on what you've said, I would definitely go new construction. It's probably the easiest funnel to learn, and it's the most popular home because they're new and they're pretty and they have warranties and they typically don't have problems. And most importantly, they have builder incentives and in many cases rate buy downs in addition to incentives. So I've got to compliment Anjanette, and thank you for changing your Zoom name. Now we can call you Anjanette instead of Mary. She's Mary Anjanette, goes by Anjanette. Anjanette, we just met yesterday on our weekly YouTube coaching call, and she's got like 45 funnel leads from a new construction. Nothing serious yet, some good conversations going, but you mentioned you're going to do funnels and videos. I'm assuming you're talking about the 12 new construction home tours on your YouTube channel. And if you're not, that's what you need to do. That's incredibly important because you can't get someone to know, like, and trust you through the funnels, text messages, and the email messages, but you can get them to know, like, and trust you through video. And that is the game changer. You turn the funnels on, you don't have 12 videos for them to go watch. it's going to be a different result than if you do the two in concert. Anjanette's done all 12. Then we turned her funnel on. Now she's getting leads on a regular basis. And she's got, I don't know, I'm going to guess here, Anjanette, I'm probably going to botch it, probably 10 to 15 videos queued, ready to post, already on the YouTube channel, but haven't been released yet, well into late July. So it's about systems. It's about getting those things all coming together. And I think this all started with, I know you got a lot going on. I hope you're not inundated. I mean, you're picking the two best tools I know to generate future business. The YouTube channel is a longer game. The funnel is going to be more immediate, but the combination to them is why we call it a cash cow.
I am curious, where did you guys get 12 from? The number 12 videos.
It's just what people been, it's what we were taught and it works. And so it's what we continue to teach. Yeah. And don't be afraid of 12. I went out in one neighborhood and did 5 new construction homes in one neighborhood in one Saturday morning. So, I mean, it's not, don't make it overwhelming.
Do you post all 12 right away?
No, I post them one at a time, one a week or 2 a week.
Okay.
Because YouTube's algorithm rewards consistency. If you post 12 videos and then you don't do anything for 3 months, YouTube's like, well, Danelle's not serious. She's not really in the business. She hasn't posted anything for 3 months. And they won't recommend your videos to other people with the same demographic as those people that watched it if you do that. So, what Andy and I teach in our training is do 2 a week for a year. And then you probably have enough subscribers and viewers going on in 12 months that you can cut back to 1 a week. And, just stay 6 weeks ahead. And it's never overwhelming. You can take a vacation and you only missed a week. You're still 5 weeks ahead. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I got to go do videos as soon as I get back. It's just about having a system. And it's like we talked yesterday. In this business, it's all about doing things consistently. Yeah. If you implement my expired or my FSBO campaign and you do it for yesterday's expireds and the phone doesn't ring and you quit, it's not going to work. It's about doing it every single day, 5, 6 days a week. But and to the person that I don't even know if they're still on the call, but I want to come back and tie this back to open houses and poo-pooing the listing that's been on the market for 3 months and it's not priced right and they haven't done a price reduction. That's one way to look at it. But the way I look at open houses is I do an open house not to sell the open house. It's a benefit if I do. I do an open house because it is a public stage for me to perform in front of the buyers and future sellers in that neighborhood that come through to see what I'm going to do for that house so they'll know what I'll do for theirs. And if you look at it negatively, you're going to get negative results. If you look at it positively, I'm going to do a Facebook Live. I'm going to do a YouTube video. I'm going to sit here for 2 hours. And if nobody comes through, that's okay. Because I just put 2 pieces of content out that I wouldn't have done if I was sitting on my butt at home drinking that beer. So you've got to change your mindset about positivity and doing things for the right reason. This is your opportunity to shine. You can sit in an open house and be pissed off because it's not priced right or it hasn't had a reduction recently, or you can make the best of it. Now, I choose the latter personally. But what an opportunity. I don't think we emphasized enough. The Jennifer that did 30 in 30 days, you heard her say she does 8 a weekend, 4 Saturday, 4 Sunday. Do the math. 8, 16, that's 32 social posts. That's 32 lives. That's 32 YouTube videos. And oh, by the way, she just happened to put several under contract while she was doing an open house because nobody does them anymore. I mean, you're doing it for the wrong reason if you're trying to do it to sell that specific house. You take the list of every single active listing in a 5-mile radius with you. What are you looking at? I've actually got a list of all the properties for sale within a 5-mile radius. What are you looking for? You talk about a conversation starter.
Yeah.
And then you can hand them the list. Which one do you want to go see when I get done here today? I'll go ahead and schedule it. It's mindset, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That was way off your funnel question. Is there anything other specific question you had about funnels and the advice you originally asked me for? You got way more than you asked. I apologize.
No, that's fine.
That's a video right there. That's a 5-minute video. That's going on my YouTube next week. So
make sure you give me credit for it.
Yeah. Yeah. The transcript. I'll sit here and read it myself. That was
Yeah.
that was good. It was really good. Any other questions to know with that?
Yeah. So different people, besides getting their leads and advertising the open house, how do you feel about the ones that do it like an event, like it's a party and there's a bunch of food and it's a house party, and instead of doing like little ones like you're mentioning per hour, or like for an hour, 8 on a weekend, versus like really inviting a neighborhood to something that's a huge event on that Friday night, Saturday? Or does it matter as long as you're doing something?
I don't think
Is
it
it personal
matters.
preference?
I'm sorry, what was the last
Is
part?
it just personal preference?
It really is. I
Mhm.
wouldn't overthink it. My
Yeah.
personal preference would be number one, don't want to spend a ton of money. If you're going to do that, I would do a open house just for the neighbors 1 hour before the start of the open
Yeah.
house and do a
Pleasant.
private door knock invite. This is
Yeah.
neighbors only. I know you're curious. Stop by for a snack and a refreshment. The open house isn't until 2, but you can come in at 1 and preview the house before the traffic starts just to get a
Mhm.
look for yourself.
Mhm.
Then they feel special. You've made how many door knocks, made how many new contacts. They've seen you in action. Again, you're on stage, you're performing, you're showing them what you would do for them if they listed with you. That's the juice here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got an opportunity to, oh, well, she probably does that for everybody. Man, that's awesome. I've never had an agent door knock inviting me to a neighborhood party before the public open house.
Oh, that's true.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's what Casey does. That training, if you watch
Yeah.
Casey Anderson,
I
that
think I remember.
training,
Yeah, that's who it is. The pretty
did you
blonde
watch
girl.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
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 And she's going out, yeah, again, she's got a team now. So three of them go together. And it's not just her by herself, but here's three agents, her and two other agents in her group, whatever, and they're going door knocking in that neighborhood on Thursday when the open house is Saturday with a
Mhm.
flyer to invite them to the house party, So here's all the info. So if somebody didn't answer the door, you just stick in the flyer in the, side of the door there, whatever. They'll get it when they get home kind of thing and whatever. And by doing that, again, she's just all these people, like she's referred so many people when they go to list their house. I mean, oh my gosh, I went to this open house on Saturday. You should have seen it. There were 35 people. It was crazy, whatever. And so when they even think about listing their house 2 years from now, who are they going to call? They're calling Casey. And so she's built this huge business and sold $8 million worth of homes her first 6 months as a realtor
Right.
by doing that. So that's how she's done it. So I don't think there's a right or wrong way in either one of those. It's a different approach. But again, I think that's the value of even going into the open house training on EXP University. I have not gone through it. I guarantee you there's probably, 10 more ideas on there and ways to make just a cranking open house that I've just never thought about. And that's the advantage of collaboration and on a nationwide basis that we have here at EXP is like all these agents pouring into each other ideas that I just never thought about.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Thank you
And
very
I
much.
think to Tim's point, just don't overthink it. Do you want to get all the juice out of the one you're doing, or would you rather do several 1 hour ones like Jennifer's doing, right?
Right.
It's just the max, like I'm going to hit a bunch of places, or I'm going to be here all 3 hours, invite neighbors ahead of time, do a big, celebration about the house, like, so it's which suits you better, and I think they both work, right?
Mhm.
It's what feels best for you.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
They both work. I
They
love the
both
hour.
work.
I love the hour long idea.
I do too.
I
And
love
then you're
getting
just moving
content.
from one to another, a lot of video content coming. Yeah, I
I
do
mean,
too.
if I had 8 new videos every weekend for my
Yep.
YouTube, just by just
Mhm.
doing, like, well, again, do that for a month. It's like
Yep.
you just got 32 videos. Your channel's cranking.
Yep.
With that, whatever, and then going live on social media like that as well. I mean, it's just there's so much buzz around what you're doing with that. It's like wow. So
It's both. Like again, the flip side of that coin is you're doing the one big event, right? If you have a
Sure.
lot of people, now you got a video where it's buzzing and like people are like, my open house or nothing like that. Like I need to hire that agent. And right, they don't do all, my agent doesn't do all they're doing. And so it's both. But yeah, I think quantity a lot of times talking about open houses specifically is probably more important than just buzz for social
Yeah.
media purposes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Definitely. Cool. Who else has something? We got a few more minutes here. If anybody has anything? Chrissy, do you have anything? I heard you. How are you doing? We haven't seen you for a while. Are you?
Yeah, things are going well. Because I'm a mortgage lender as well here for Florida. So open houses are a big part for me. I'll ask other EXP agents if I can do an open house for them. And then also if I'm not doing it as an agent, I sync up with other realtors and tend to do open houses with realtors as the lender as well. So I just treat it all as exposure. You have to get out there. Even if nobody shows up to it, again, it's content. Your name is out there. The biggest thing is showing that you're busy, doing something and that people are seeing your name. So,
Yeah.
I'm a mom to 5 kids as well. So I've been on mom mode a little bit more for the last couple months. But
Right.
I just had an agent text me this morning. Would you like to do an open house with me this weekend as the lender? And it's like, absolutely. So it's building relationships in the community too. And on the realty side, I'm proud of the Gainesville community. I don't know how all communities are in real estate, but I'm very proud of our association that we really work to not see each other as competition versus how do we collaborate. So, I build relationships with a lot of realtors in the area just to get to know them and, how can we also work and feed from each other to grow our businesses, that it doesn't have to be competition. There's enough for everybody. And I think when we get the mindset of, we're really here to help everybody win, not just ourselves, that fear can get to us, right? Maybe we don't have as much business going on, but when we sync it up to say, where's the positive that I can take from these situations and these relationships, it just makes a world of difference, and that energy flows, where you put your mindset. So
For sure.
so things are going good. It's been picking up and bouncing around a lot right now with the kids, but
Did you say you had 5 kids?
yeah.
Oh my,
Yeah, 3 of
busy.
them are older, and out of the 3 older, one just graduated high school, and then we've got a 2.5-year-old and a 5.5-year-old. So
You're a
yeah.
busy
So
lady.
we're utilizing those older kids to watch them. They tried to apply for summer jobs, and it's not working so well between college. We said, well, guess what? Babysitting duty, because mommy's got things to do, and
There you
utilize
go.
the boys to help put out signs. All of that,
Yeah.
utilizing your resources and, doing things out of caring and love, it goes a long way and it shows in the business. You don't always see the results immediately, but it's just that consistency,
For
you know.
sure.
And then
Right.
meetings like this where, I haven't been on one in a minute here. But it's always refreshing, to know that we have a group with EXP that we
Yeah,
can
for
lean
sure.
on.
Have
Yep.
you talked to Trish at all lately?
Yes, I have.
I mean,
Yeah.
because she's over in Texas now. Trish Nystrom is the one. She was in Florida and she came in through one of the webinars that I did. We talked. She joined, whatever, and she sponsored Chrissy
Yep.
to EXP. We did build out the new construction funnel for her over there in Texas.
Awesome.
So her first 2 weeks, she got a lead that's under contract right now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, 650,000 closing new construction. Danelle, that's what she's doing down there in Texas. So if you want to get that set up, let me know, Chrissy. We could.
Yeah, I actually had it set up and I stepped away from it for just a minute. Yeah, I'm actually going to be setting it up here again within the next
Let me
couple
know
days.
if you want to. We can pick up on a Zoom and
Yeah.
revamp a few
do that.
things. I've learned a lot.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
I did tend to, the business that I did in 25, I did really steer buyers towards new construction. There's just so many reasons to do it. And one of them, I would tell them, since NAR, that some sellers do not want to pay the commission to the agent. They're expecting the buyer to pay the commission to the buyer's agent. But I'm only going to show you properties where that's not the case. So buyers did like the idea of, oh, good, I don't have to worry about paying Danelle. The seller's paying, because people do bring it up. So how much is this going to cost me? Nothing, So I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I got a few from that.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, and the builders they're just throwing out all kinds of stuff right now. At least here. I mean, locally here, Colorado Springs, we got builders that are the incentives they're doing. I mean, again, we have one that's. I mean, the last 3 months now, they've been offering $75,000 of, upgrades, landscaping, rate buy down, which is what most people are doing with it, whatever. But we're getting the rates down in the threes. I mean, right now the lowest I've seen this month is 3.99%, 30-year fixed.
I did have a question.
Good. Yeah.
I did have a question on when you're doing the videos or the ad, the funnel. How do you contain it to a certain geographical area? Like
Facebook does that. When you're on Facebook, and when they set your ad up on Facebook, like you can pick how far out you want to go from. It kind of pinpoints where you are, and you can pick it on a map, circle around it. I think I got mine set for 35 miles or 40 miles, because we kind of work a pretty good area here. But,
okay.
Yeah. So, yep, that'll all get set up for you. Anything else? Tim, any last words of wisdom for us?
I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
I was just going to give you all another pointer, since we've talked a lot about social and video. And when you're showing property and you're scheduling the listings that you want to show, schedule it 15, 20 minutes earlier than you're expecting your client to show up. Call the listing agent, ask them if you can do a video and promote the video on your social channels, on your YouTube site, whatever. Most of them are going to say absolutely yes, and tell them, don't worry, I'll give you credit for the listing. I'm not trying to make it look like it's my listing. I just want to try to get this house sold for you. It looks like it's an awesome house. Show up 15 minutes early, do your video walkthrough. You got to turn all the lights on anyway. Make use of that 15 minutes. You've killed two birds with one stone, and you've added another video for every house you show that week.
It's a great idea.
It's a good idea.
Mic drop. That was it. Good deal. And
That's
then, awesome. And then the other days of the week, you work on your tan like Tim. So.
When you're out doing a lot of videos in the sunshine,
when you're out doing
you just get
okay,
tan.
There you go. There you go. There you go. You get sun and tan while you're out doing your videos. I love it.
This week? He's out this week, isn't he?
Do what?
Is Andy out this week? Is he on vacation right now?
No.
He's around. Okay. Gotcha.
Tim lives halfway between, for those of y'all don't know, Louisville and Gulf Shores. So in the summer, he's all nice and tanned up. Working on the tan. Looking good, buddy.
I got real estate teams in both markets too, waiting for your referrals.
Good. Yeah.
Tim, did you register for North Carolina?
North Carolina?
Is it North Carolina, South Carolina? Which one for the next event?
September.
You and I went to.
It's Charlotte.
Oh, no, I haven't yet. No.
Okay. Yeah.
I do plan to go though.
Yeah, I registered for it. So I'm going to get set up on that one pretty quick. So
well, give me the deets on arrival and where you're staying and all that, and we'll try to line that up.
Figure that out. Yeah, I did register though. I need to get on there and do it. Last time I waited too long and my flight was crazy. So I just need to get on it now while it's cheap. Well, at least cheaper than it will be 2 weeks or 3 days before the event, like last time. So anyway.
And I registered for the Plano event too, so I'll be there and got the hotel and air, all that for that. I have to leave early on that second day, but I'll be there.
Just to put that out there, guys, if you want, we have so Michael Reese, Woods Davis, the guys that we're working with the funnels. Danelle, if you want to come over, again, I'm going to be there. Tim's going to be there, but it's in Plano, Texas, Dallas. 2-day
Andy's
event.
going.
What's that? Andy's going to be there. 2-day event. It's only $197. August 3rd and 4th, right? Yeah, August 3rd and 4th. And one day focused on buyers, one day focused on sellers. And these guys and their systems it's probably the best training. It's the best 2-day training I've been to in my 24 years of real estate, without question.
I agree.
It is. What's that?
Where is that?
It's in Dallas, August 3rd and 4th. So I'm going to be going through calling all the agents that I've sponsored in DXP, like just talking to them about it, because I'm just going to be making those calls individually, as well as sending out emails and texts and stuff, because I want to get as many people there as possible, because I just know what that event does. It's a great event. So 2 days, we'll fly in probably the day before, and you can leave the night of. It'll end about 4:00 or so on the 4th. So you can catch a flight at 6 or 6:30, 7:00. So get out of there. 2 nights of hotel. Quick in and out trip. Really, really good. So you might look at that and just see. I can get you the details. So, okay. So, cool. All right. Guys, we'll wrap it up. Everybody have a great day. Thank you so much.
You too.
Have a
Thanks,
great
Jeff.
day, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
See y'all.
Bye.